It's time to start the only way we know how, with the warm-up. Brought to you from our friends at Brick & Barrel. With a wonderful family atmosphere, Brick & Barrel has a beautiful beer garden and is just the place to take in a game or celebrate after. Brick & Barrel, 155 Joyner Parkway in Lincoln. The way you warm up is the way you perform. So to be the best, you gotta warm up with the best. So warm up with us as we sit down with a member of the Potters coaching staff to talk all things Potters. It's time to get loose and warm up right here on Stones Radio Networks.
Welcome into the warm-up. Mark the Phantom Low here with our special guest. Our special guest who we were supposed to talk to on Sunday, and, circumstances got in the way and we couldn't do it, so he was kind enough to come up here before the game. Jarrett Curtis. Jarrett Curtis, welcome to the warm-up.
Thank you.
Now, you hit the 3-run home run on Sunday,
yes, sir.
And it was pretty exciting. It was pretty great. It got the Potters the win on Sunday, got them the sweep. So I know that you had a really hard hit ball before that on the home run. You had a hard hit ball, a double the night before. So were you kind of feeling your way? You kind of feeling maybe this was something coming?
Yes, sir. I felt like it was coming, but due to the situation, I was just trying to make contact, to be honest.
Two guys on.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
You want to make contact.
Yes,
you hit
sir.
the fly ball. I thought when you first hit it, since it went to right field, I said, well, that's a good-looking sacrifice fly.
I did.
All of a sudden, what? What's going on out there? And I called it a big fly. That's
sir.
a fair thing, a big fly, you think?
That's fair.
Now,
yes, sir.
do I have your permission, if you do it again, to call it a super fly?
Yes.
Because
that's
what I really
sir.
want to do. I got to be honest. That's
yes,
what I really
sir.
want
You
to
have
do.
the permission.
Jarek, you joined the team a couple of weeks, or just about a week ago. How did you find Lincoln? How did you get yourself out here?
It was really one of my advisor, Ryan Patterson. He found it for me. So just dealing with that, I'm very blessed to be here. So
well, we're glad you're out here. What are you
yes,
looking
sir.
to do when you come out here for the summer? What specifically are you looking to do with your game?
Just getting better at hitting, and then seeing a lot of pitches, getting better at defense on the base pass, and just getting to meet new guys.
Yeah, well, I know that's one of the great things about coming out and being on the Potters. Almost everybody, I can't say everybody, almost everybody comes out and says they have a great experience and everything. So who has really stuck out to you so far? Who's a guy that's come out and been hey, Jarek, how's it going? Been one of the guys that keeps people together in the clubhouse.
Really everybody. Everybody
well, that's
gets
great.
along.
Yeah,
everybody gets along really good. So it's really anybody.
Now, we've seen you steal, I think, 8 bases, something like that. When you're on the base pass, is it a green light?
Yes, sir.
And what is it that – are you just in go mode all the time, or is there something that you see in the pitcher? How do you decide when it's time to go?
Usually if he has a big leg kick, I usually just go instantly. But usually I let the batter see a couple of pitches, see if he can drive something in the gap, then I'll go.
So we talk about let's go back to the home run because I love that home run.
Yes, sir.
Is the power game something that Jarek Curtis usually has, or is it more of a line drive stealing bases game?
I can do it a little bit.
Yeah,
yes,
we saw that.
Yes, sir.
We were very happy to see
bit.
that.
Yes, sir.
Finally, Jarek, thanks for joining us for the warm-up. Defensively, obviously you cover a lot of ground out in center field. What's your approach? Are you working on stuff as far as playing the outfield, trying to get better jumps, stuff like that? Is that what you'll be doing this summer?
Not. Of course, I always work on it,
right.
But more I'm just trying to work on my arm strength. Just more on the arm side. So yes,
now,
sir.
is there anyone one person on the coaching staff that you're working specifically with as far as that's concerned?
Not really. It's just long tossing every day.
Yeah.
Just making sure you have your arm warmed up and just getting it trained.
You've got a lot of
yes,
good assets out there on the coaching staff because they've done it a lot and they've done it with a lot of players. Jarek Curtis, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on the home run. Hopefully we'll see you up here again after you hit that super fly that I'm asking for.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot. Jarek Curtis, our player of the game from
you.
Sunday. We're back with more on the warm-up right after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family, local beer, wine, and eats, fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Gaspar's going back, still going back, still going back. He reaches up, and that one is out of here. A 2-run home run for Brandon Motherall. Line drive, center field, hit very well. Barnes goes back, still going back. He's not going to get it. It's down. 1 run scores. Here comes Roselle around third. They're going to send him as well. The throw's coming in. Cut off. It's a 2-run triple for Zach Chamiso. Breaking ball hit well to left field. It is gone. A home run by Clayton Coates, and he really turned on that one. That ball is way out of here. I mean, way out of here. A home run for Trey Fleury, number 2. And I think Trey has made a statement, and that statement is, I want to be the post-game guest on the Lincoln Potters broadcast on the Stones Radio Network. That ball's hit high. It is hit far. It is gone. A 3-run home run by J.T. Walden. High fly ball. That's well hit to left field. Brum goes back, still going back, reaches up. That ball is out of here. Brennan Roselle, the Fighting Zebra alum, pounds one to left field. The Potters lead this one 12-3, and somehow he's got the flag too.
Potters fans, Potter up.
Hello and welcome to McBean Stadium in Lincoln, California for another exciting night of Lincoln Potters baseball. I'm Mark the Phantom Lowe alongside my partner, the great Stones McCoy. Tonight we bring you a very special event, the first home game of the 2023 California Collegiate League schedule. The Potters' opponent tonight, the Sonoma Stompers, who hosted Lincoln last night to begin CCL play. The two teams play a total of 4 times this week. The Stompers got the early jump on the season series. They took game 1 last night 4-3 in extra innings. The Potters will try to bounce back with a win tonight on their home field and even their league record at 1-1. Lincoln is featuring some new faces since we last saw them on Sunday, so manager John Peters will be looking for a boost as we begin league play, and it all starts with lineups and first pitch right after this short break on the Stones Radio Networks.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to Lincoln Potters Baseball. Coming out and enjoy the fun. I was enjoying the fun a little too much before the game. We'll get more into that later. First Street School Choir just concluded the national anthem. As I look at my roster for the Sonoma Stompers, that's what I was doing. I don't know what everybody else was doing, as we've got the second game of the CCL season, the first home game for the Potters, and they do entertain those Sonoma Stompers, who came up with a 4-3 win last night over our Potters up in Sonoma in extra innings. So the Potters 0-1 in CCL conference play. We're looking forward to this first home game of the CCL season. Tonka Souza is the pitcher, or Susak, is the pitcher for the Potters. He has taken his warm-up tosses. He will face the Stompers lineup that starts off with Brandon Marion, the shortstop, then Isaiah Velasco, the designated hitter, and Noah Rabin, the right fielder. Omar Gastelums is the catcher, batting fourth in. Derek Bartram, the left fielder. Nathan Brasher in center field, bats sixth. Ryan Martinez is the second baseman. Then Chava Paragera is the first baseman, and Hayden Hall bats ninth, and he is the third baseman. Orlando Leon is the pitcher for the Stompers, and they will be going up against Tonka Susak, who is on the mound for the Potters. Out of Sacramento, California, University of Arizona, the right-hander getting ready to face the Stompers lineup. Behind the plate, Brock Rudy. A lot of new names, a lot of new faces on the Potters since last we talked to you on Sunday. I know Stones McCoy was up in Sonoma doing the radio-type broadcast. That's good for the kid to learn. You know, you do it radio, you learn first, and then you move it to TV. That's the way you want to do it. So great job by Stones McCoy. He did not bring back the win. I will do that tonight. I vow that to you. But there are a lot of new faces in the Potters lineup today. Zach Chamiso, a familiar one at short. Kate Sanchez at second. Jarrett Curtis in center. Ben Romano in right. A couple of the old familiars. Then we had Justin Olson, who was on the team last year. He is back from New Mexico. He is over at first base. So we'll get all those defensive alignments after the first batter, who's going to be Brandon Marion, the shortstop. Brandon came up with the RBI, the walk-off RBI to win it. He is out of Brentwood, California, Diablo Valley College for Brandon Marion. 2 for 3 last night. He scored a run. He drove in the winning run in the 10th inning when it went to the international rule. Runner at second base. Potters had runners at first and third with just one out, but couldn't score in that 10th inning. Here's Susak's first pitch, and it's inside to Marion for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. A little bit of breezy night out here at McBean. A Wednesday night crowd settling in, which means they're going to the Brick and Barrel. That's high and inside again from Susak. A little bit over 90 miles an hour on the first 2 pitches. So just everybody getting set. I think it's ladies' night tonight. That's a fastball that catches the inside corner, but that might be on Friday. I don't know. You know, nobody tells me anything. Nobody tells me anything until 5 minutes before I'm supposed to do it, and then I have to go do it at considerable embarrassment to myself. We'll get into that in a minute. 2-1 pitch is chopped down the third base line. It's going to end up as a fair ball, I think. And it's off the glove of the third baseman, Braden Grantham. It looked like it was going to be a foul ball, a big chopper. Grantham had to come in and try to short hop it. Went off his glove, and Marion is on at first base. So it's Isaiah Velasco now, the designated hitter. Out of UC Berkeley, Sylmar, California. Left-handed hitting DH, 2 for 4 with a home run yesterday in the Stompers win. He drove in 3. So Marion over at first base. Susak's first pitch is outside with a fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Let's look defensively. Tyler Garrity in left, Jarrett Curtis in center, Ben Romano over in right, Braden Grantham, Zach Chamiso, Kate Sanchez, Justin Olson in the infield, Brock Rudy behind the plate, and Tonko Susak on the mound. Aiden Isola is our DH today. That is in the dirt, blocked behind the plate by Brock Rudy. 2 balls and no strikes on Velasco. Noah Rabin, the right fielder, on deck. Check of the runner at first base to the plate. Swing and a miss on a fastball by Tonko Susak out of the University of Arizona in Sacramento, California. Brother Daniel was I think it's pretty safe to say he's on the Wall of Fame for the Potters, I think. right alongside Stone Spokoo's plaque, I think, right there on the Wall of Fame. Maybe you're like right under Stone's. 2-1 coming up from Susac. Marion with a short lead at first base. Fastball looked like it was right down the middle, and that's why they call it strike 2. A little bit delay there, a little slight delay on the strike call. But a strike nonetheless evens the count at 2-2 here. Just getting started, top of the first. First home game of the CCL season for the Potters, and they're taking on the Sonoma Stompers. Marion again leading off at first. A little bit longer lead now. He stays. That's another big chopper out toward third base. Grantham has this one, goes to first, and got him. But I think that one might be called foul. I'm looking at the first base ump. It's going to be off. I think it's going to be off of Velasco's foot. Yeah, he's going to come back and get the bat and do it again, I think. No? Yeah, he is. He's going to get the bat because the on-deck batter, Rabin, came out. Looked like he meant business. JP, John Peters, goes out to ask the umpire what was different about that than the first one that you called fair. And Stones McCoy, the eagle eye, justifying his position on the Wall of Fame, said it was off of the foot of Isaiah Velasco. So be that as it may, 2-2 is going to be our count. It's going to remain our count. Marion over at first base. Grantham came in. Braden made a nice play on that one, too. Unfortunately, it did not count. 2-2 coming up from Susac. Breaking ball. Down low for a ball. 3-2. Velasco, as we said, 2 for 4 with a home run. Drove in 3 runs yesterday. So he carried the big bat for the Stompers. See if Marion's going on the 3-2 pitch. Nobody out here in the first. He does go. The pitch is called strike 3. The throw to second base. Nice play. Now it goes off the glove of Chamiso at shortstop. They had a chance perhaps to get Marion, but he's in there. Call strike 3 on Velasco. Rudy got rid of the ball very quickly, but hopped it into Chamiso, who tried to make the quick snag and tag, as I call it. It will not catch on. And Marion is safe at second base. And here's Noah Rabin, who was 0 for 2 yesterday, did draw 3 base on balls in the ball game up in Sonoma at historic Arnold Field. So Marion at second now with the 1 out. I might have hit him on the breaking ball. It did. He's going to go down to first base. Slow breaking ball. And he is at first base. So first and second, Omar Castellums is the next hitter. Omar behind the plate today for the Stompers. He's out of Port Hueneme, California, and San Jose State University. So he is a Spartan, which I like because I was a Spartan in high school, and the high school got closed. So I guess that's a sad story. Shouldn't have started that one. So Castellums waits for the pitch here. It's on the way. It's a fastball. It's in there for a strike. Omar was 2 for 5 in the game yesterday. Had singles in the 3rd and 7th inning. So the right-handed catcher's up there with runners at first and second and 1 out. Look at second base. The pitch took something off that, swung on and missed. So quickly 0-2 on Castellums. Derek Bartram, the left fielder, on deck. (0-2) coming up from Susac. Right hand hitting. Castellums waits. That's a fastball off the glove. It's a ball off the glove of Rudy, but not very far. And Marion has to stay at second base. He is at second after an infield single to open the game. Rabin was hit by a pitch. He is over at first base. The strikeout between the two for the first out of the inning. And now it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Castellums. That's lined out toward shortstop on the hop. Chamiso has it, flips to second for 1 to first. It's not going to be in time. If he comes up cleanly with it, he's probably got the double play, but Zach kind of bobbled it a little bit. Managed to get to second base, and Rabin is retired, but Marion moves over to third. So with 2 outs, it's Derek Bartram, the left fielder. Sophomore out of Fresno State. Out of Novato, California, Derek Bartram was not in the lineup yesterday. So making his first appearance of the CCL season. He's got runners at first and third and 2 outs. Fastball is in there for a call strike. 92 miles an hour from Taco Susak. Good looking Wednesday night crowd here to see Taco's debut this season. 0-1 coming up to Bartram. That's in the dirt. Nice block by Rudy. 1-1 on Derek Bartram. He's followed by Nathan Brasher, the center fielder. As we said, Derek out of Fresno State. Bulldogs, I believe. That's nicely done by me. 1-1. Swings and misses. The ball gets back to the screen. The flip to Susak. The tag is applied, and he is under the tag safe. Marion scores the first run of the ball game. It's a wild pitch. Swung on and missed, but out of the strike zone, nothing really that Rudy could do about it. Got to it quickly. Unfortunately, as often, it hit the backstop and bounced back. That one did not. It bounced up into the screen. He was on it quickly, but Marion was quicker, and he is the game's first run. Gastelms gets down to second base, and it's a 1-2 count to Derek Bartram. Swing and a miss to the breaking ball. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Susak, but a run scores for the Stompers. We go to the bottom of the first. Sonoma 1. The Potters coming to bat.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the first, Stompers score 1 in their half. Orlando Leon is the pitcher. The right-hander will face a lineup of Potters that includes Zach Chamiso leading off, then Cade Sanchez batting in the numbers 2 spot. Aiden Isola is DHing today. He is hitting third. Justin Olson, the cleanup spot, playing first base. Then Brock Rudy, the catcher. Tyler Garrity, the left fielder, bats 6. Braden Grantham, the third baseman, hitting 7th. Then Ben Romano in right field, and Jarek Curtis in center field. And, of course, Taco Susak is on the mound. A couple of strikeouts, an infield single. A hit batter, an infield out, and then a wild pitch. A run across for the Stompers. And here's Zach Chamiso, the Lincoln product, out of Sierra College, hitting at 154 with 4 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter. Great season this year with Sierra. He'll head to UC Riverside in the fall. First pitch is on the ground to first base, handled by Parguera, and he goes and steps on the bag for the out. So Chamiso is out, ground ball to first base, and that'll bring up Cade Sanchez. Cade Sanchez, 371, Out of Houston, Texas, Texas A&M Corpus Christi. He has 11 runs batted in to lead the Potters, and he's up here against Orlando Leon. Fastball is in there for a call strike. 0-1 to Cade, followed by Aiden Isola, who's been very impressive at the plate in the early going for the Lincoln Potters. Breaking ball, that catches the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Cade Sanchez. One for 4 last night for Cade. That one's outside, scored a run. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in number 3. Potters wearing their Expo blue? Baby blues. Oh, someone's got mad at me. I'm supposed to know that. My bad. That's check swing, and it's just a little bit outside. 2-2. Defensively, Omar Gastelums is behind the plate. Chava Pezaguera is at first base. Ryan Martinez at second. Brandon Marion at short. Hayden Hall's over at third. 2-2 pitch. Chopped right back to the pitcher. Handled by Leon and over to first base for the out. A little bit unsteady on the handle, but he did handle it. Got him at first base. 2 outs and Aiden Isola coming to the plate. The Sac City product is hitting .343 this summer. 1 home run and 9 runs batted in. Completing the defense, Derek Bartram is in left, Nathan Brasher in center, and Noah Rabin in right for the Stompers. And here's Isola. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Orlando Leon. The great Josh Sabea, Potter legend in the crowd, as Isola takes the first pitch for a strike on the inside corner. Usually he just sneaks up here and sneaks behind us and brings giant beers, but I was hoping he would do that, but it doesn't look like that's his plan. Darn it, Josh. Fastball down low for a ball, 1-1 on Aiden Isola. If he starts something, Justin Olson, the big first baseman, who just returned to the Potter fold from University of New Mexico, he is on deck. That sails outside. 2-1 to Aiden Isola. Looks down at new manager JP, John Peters, considerably behind the third base coaching box with the powerful right-handed hitting Isola at the plate. 2-1 coming up. Chopped down that third base line, but it's a foul ball. 2 balls, now 2 strikes on Aiden Isola as he strides back to pick up the bat, and we do it again. 2-2. Stompers leading 1-0. We are in the bottom of the first inning here from McBean Stadium in lovely Lincoln, California, and the crowd is filling out very nicely for a Wednesday evening. Crowd has been fantastic this summer. Breaking balls popped up on the right side out of play. Just incredible support from the Lincoln fans. This, I believe, is the 9th home game of the season. Somewhere up around 11 or 1,200 average for the previous 8. 2-2 coming up again from Leon. That is outside for a ball, 3-2. As we talked about Isola, pretty good command of the strike zone for a young hitter. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Slightly open stance from the right side for Aiden Isola. Breaking ball is fouled down the third base line. Over by the Stomper dugout. Well, they don't have too many guys out in front, not yet anyway. So it didn't hit anybody. Checking out the VIP area, the kiln down the right field line. Yeah, this just looks like a heck of a place to watch a ball game. Popped up left side. Is he going to stay in play? Third baseman Hall going over, and he's not going to have a chance. So it's going to be over right by the bounce house, which I tell you, Stones, the Brick and Barrel backyard, down the first base line. If you go third base, you're going to make it to the bounce house. That's where it's happening, down the third base line. And there's beer by the bounce house. That's right, because you got that sign that says beer here. I love that sign. We got to talk about that sign. Inside ball 4, good at bat by Aiden Isola. Just a table and then a big piece of plywood or something that says beer here. And that's entrepreneurship in America these days. Here's Justin Olson. 0 for 4 last night for the big left-handed right-hander, or first baseman. He waits for Leon's pitch. Isola with a good lead over at first. That's chopped out to the left to second, handled over there by Martinez. He's going to throw it to first and almost pull the first baseman off, but he gets him. So Olsen down, grounding out second to first. No runs where they left one. We go to the second inning. Stompers 1, Potters nothing.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens. Ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the second, Tonko Suzak is done with his warm-up tosses, and Piper is done walking around getting in my way, and we are ready for some baseball. Nathan Brasher, Ryan Martinez, Shaba Iparraguera, the first three hitters for the Stompers as they go up against Susak here in the second inning. Tonko struck out 2, gave up 1 infield single, which is still being debated. Evidently the Potters bench was very upset that the infield single wasn't called a foul ball. And that is still an ongoing controversy as the first pitch is inside for a ball. 1-0 on Nathan Brasher. Out of Brown University. That's pretty impressive. Strike on the inside corner. It's one of them near Ivy League schools from Encinitas, California. That's why I just wanted to show that I belonged in the Ivy League school, so I said them there Princetons, 1-1 pitch. That is in there, call strike 2. I just want to show they made a mistake not admitting me. Yeah. First name The, last name Phantom. I want to get into Brown University. Them there, Brown University. That's in there, call strike 3. I'll call it first before the umpire, and the throw to the first baseman goes all the way into right field because we were all so excited about it. So Brasher is out on strikes, and Ryan Martinez coming up to the plate. Ryan was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. He's out of Towson, Maryland, and University of San Francisco, like Kai Burdick of the Potters, but probably not quite as tall. Yeah, he's basically a foot shorter at 5'10". That's chopped down the third baseline foul. 0-1 on Ryan Martinez. Shaba Iparraguera is on deck, the first baseman. Check swing, it is, I'll say low. I heard somebody say low, so I'll say low. Check with the first base umpire. He doesn't like us already, so he said no, he didn't swing. That's chopped foul back to the screen. Almost got the Stones Radio Network's camera. We did make up to Jarrett Curtis, if you saw the pregame, if you want to go back and check it out. Curtis was supposed to be our player of the game on Sunday, but one strike before the last out, the foul ball knocked Stones' home plate camera out of commission, so we weren't able to talk to Jarrett, so we did so today. Great meeting him. 1-2 pitch. Look out for the bat. That is going about 60 feet, about as far as he got down to first base before Rudy threw him out. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Tonko Susak, and that'll bring up Shaba Iparraguera, the first baseman out of Bakersfield, California. Decided, I live in Bakersfield. Where am I going to go to college? I'll go to Chico. So he went to Cal State Chico. which I've been to Chico on many occasions. It's an interesting place, especially around the college. But that was a long time ago, and I'm sure it's different now. So Paragera coming up here with 2 outs. Susak now with 4 strikeouts. That's hit sharply out towards shortstop. He's going to be backhanded by Chamiso. Long throw across the diamond. He gets some nice play, Zach Chamiso. Nice inning, Tonko Susak. We go to the bottom of the second. Padres trail 1-0.
Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Hello, everyone. It's time for the bottom of the second inning. Piper with the race with the small children. Willie said that was a TOC team. What league? Under 4? The under 4 league. Stones McCoy is here because he perpetrated, first of all, great job yesterday, Stones.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Secondly, you'll be back on the call tomorrow when the Potters return to Sonoma for a game, I believe 6:05 first pitch. Check
Correct.
it out on the Mixler. But I'm going to talk about your nefarious doings that you had before today's game.
What are you
as
talking
you
about?
informed me in a very somber tone, it's going to be happening, something like that. So what was under your sleeve today?
Well, I know that approximately 30-ish years ago you turned 35 yesterday, and I just wanted to make sure that the rest of the world was able to enjoy it with me.
Okay.
So I facilitated a little let's make Phantom throw out the first pitch. But I didn't want you to be hurt in any way, shape, or form. So I made sure I secured at least a walker to get you from the side to the field.
You surprised me with the first pitch task, and then you said, "Here, no, you can't." And I went to walk out under my own power, and you supplied me with some sort of cart or walker thing.
Yeah, and then you just jumped out of it like you didn't need it because you didn't need it, obviously.
It was humiliating.
That's the point.
Wait a minute. Here's the first pitch. Line drive. That is going to be caught out in right field off the bat of Brock Rudy. Hit it too hard and went out there to Rabin, and he made the catch. Let's just get one more thing on the record.
Yeah.
Where did that first pitch go?
That first pitch was dead red center, about 70 miles an hour.
At least.
From somebody your age. I'm shocked you and Nolan Ryan probably need to hang out some more.
That is a great idea, and I'm going to do that. Tyler Garrity is the next batter. Thanks so much for setting that up, Stones, by the way. Garrity takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. So a line drive from Brock Rudy, but he is retired. And Garrity and then Braden Grantham. Swing and a miss to the right-hand hitting Garrity, who's out of University of Kansas, Seneca, California. 0-2. Outside for a ball, 1-2 on Tyler Garrity. Brock Rudy out of Walnut Creek, California, University of Hawaii. He has hit the ball on the nose, but he is the first out here in the inning. 1-2, and that's down low. 2-2 on Tyler Garrity. Braden Grantham, then Ben Romano for the Potters. Leon with the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball high, ball 3. So a 3-ball, 2-strike count on Tyler Garrity, winner number 13 in the baby blue and orange of the Lincoln Potters. Breaking ball swung on and missed. First strike out of the game for Orlando Leon, and that'll bring up Braden Grantham. Grantham, the third baseman for the Potters today. He comes to us out of Mesa, Arizona, in the University of San Diego. Stepping in, I believe making his debut for the Potters today. He did not make the trip with Stones yesterday down to Sonoma. Stones didn't have any room. He had his his engineer with him and all the equipment. I mean, a lot of people called for a ride. He couldn't take any of them. Want to know? I tried. He had to take zip tie too. His I'll call him an associate. I'll just say it that way. I mean, I don't want to say intern. I'll just say associate. 1-0 on the way. Hit sharply down the first baseline, but handled by a Paragira, and he goes over and steps on the bag for the out. So 1-2-3 inning again for Leon. We go to the top of the third. Stompers 1, Potters nothing.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
I insist.
It's your turn.
No, but I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum. Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the third, Stompers lead 1-0. I hope you're watching the Stones cam during the intermission there as the axe throwing contest. I think that was the first time someone ever hit every axe on the board, a perfect score, and I'm criticizing them when they don't do well, and I have to give them their props. And the other contestant got one, and also had one, I think, bounce off or something. So well done to those two. They should get free tickets to a future Potters game. That's what I'm saying. That'll motivate people to practice up their axe throwing skills. Hayden Hall comes to the plate. First pitch by Susak is a fastball right down the middle at about 92. Strike one. That one also a fastball, but that one is down low, so it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. That is in there, call strike two. One ball and two strikes on Hayden Hall. I believe he's the Dueling Dogs batter. So 50% off Dueling Dogs product were he to strike out, ladies and gentlemen. Fastball swung on and missed. Susak with his fifth strikeout through the first 9 hitters. And it's Brandon Marion who had an infield single to lead off the game, a very controversial single, as most of the Potters, including manager John Peters and everyone in the dugout, thought it was a foul ball. But it was tried to short hop at third by Grantham, and Marion beat it out. He later came around to score the game's only run. And he also drove in the last run last night. So Brandon is a real thorn in the side as he takes the first pitch down low. 1-0. Isaiah Velasco on deck. Fastball's chopped down the third base line again. That's a fair ball. Picked up by Grantham. Nice throw across the diamond to get him at first base. Braden Grantham, an excellent play. Deep behind third base to throw out the speedy Brendan Marion at first base. So 2 outs, and Isaiah Velasco comes to the plate. He struck out looking his first time up. Isaiah's out of UC Berkeley in Sylmar, California. 2 for 4 with a home run last night for the left-hand hitting catcher. He is DHing today. Struck out looking back in the first inning on a 3-2 pitch that was a call through strike, and I don't think he thought it was strike 3. Susak's first pitch is down low for a ball. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Set a ball down in the dirt again. 1-1 on Isaiah Velasco. Brock Rudy behind the plate for the Potters out of Walnut Creek, California, University of Hawaii. And he probably, when he was deciding where to play summer ball, he goes, I got to go somewhere that's better than where I play in college. A nicer place. So Hawaii, Lincoln, thank you. Thank you. Good call, Brock. 2-1. Still can't believe the number of people who yelled out to Stones McCoy, do you want a beer, as we walked down to the field to throw out the first pitch. Of course, he had to escort me. He's having people throw stuff at him all the time. 2-1 pitches in there, call strike 2. He's probably like a folk hero here in Lincoln. You know, like a folk hero, not really a folk hero. In his mind he is. He tells his family people like him, but they never come out, so they don't know the truth. 2-7 is the count. Swung on and miss. Got him on strikes. Another good inning for Susak. 2 strikeouts, but we go to the bottom of the third, and the Stompers still lead it 1-0.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the third, Stompers lead it 1-0. Potters still have not got a hit through the first 2 innings off Orlando Leon, who has 1 strikeout, and he has walked 1. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 Ben Romano, Jarrett Curtis, and Zach Chamiso for the Potters. Last night, first game of the CCL season, went to the Stompers up in Sonoma 4-3 in 10 innings. And the Potters looking to get on the board in the CCL. Here's Ben Romano, 125 on the years, has a home run. Swings and misses at that one. A little bit outside from Leon. That's outside for a ball. It says 0-5 on the scoreboard, so I was going to say it, and you won't let me because I said 2-7 last inning, because it said 2-7. Don't make me come over there. Now it's 4-1. Outside for a ball. 2-1 is the actual count. Well, people are watching there. They know that the Stones score bug is always right. The shutter score bug. It amuses me on the scoreboard sometimes. That is in there for a strike. 2-2. I just had a sense the umpire was going to call that a strike. I was going to wait him out as long as he wanted. It just gives you more of a flavor of the game if the scoreboard says 3-9 or something, you know. That's outside, 3-2. So Romano works it to a full count here in the bottom of the third. one hit in the game, and it was a debated infield hit to lead it off. Breaking ball is fouled. Yeah, I haven't seen Rod Stewart in a long time. Rod Stewart is back behind home plate. I'm sure fans can tell that Rod, and it looks like he might have brought like the ghost of Jerry Garcia or somebody with him. Yeah, it looks like he brought some of his buddies from the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with him. Here's another full count pitch. Fouled again, back right at the Hall of Famers. Come on, Ben. I think that one, yeah, definitely. Although I don't know about the guy in the beard. It's not ZZ Top, I'll tell you that. But Rod's down there, and that's always good. Another 3-2 pitch from Leon. Outside, ball 4. Romano, good at bat, and a good take, as that one did not miss by much from Orlando Leon. So Romano down at first base, and here's Jarrett Curtis hitting at .212 on the summer with a home run and 3 runs batted in. That home run, of course, the subject of much discussion on today's warm-up show before the game. I urge you to go back and check that out if you haven't already seen it. Jarrett and I think we're both as equally surprised by the home run, but he claimed it, and I'm glad he did. Here's the pitch. That is outside for a ball 1-0. You get the feeling that he didn't expect it, but he was certainly going to claim it, and he did not want anyone else to disrespect it, which, of course, I never would. Romano leads at first. The 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0. Called it the big fly. I told him, Stones, and I hope you're with me on this. His first home run was a big fly. If he does it again, it's a super fly. Is that right? Does that work for you? Okay. All right. 2-0 on Jarek. Hall is playing even with the bag at third. Hits that one, pops it up out of play. He was looking for a super fly on that one. Didn't quite get it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leon bringing it about 85 miles an hour, according to our analytics, which I have like 17 college kids in here. Check, working. Two balls, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the third. Big breaking ball's high, 3-1. So Curtis has worked to count into his favor as he checks down with JP at third base, and he goes through the motions and sends the signals out so that Ben Romano knows what's going on. From a strategic standpoint, that is. 3-1 pitch coming from Orlando Leon. Inside, ball 4. So a couple of walks to open up the bottom of the third for the Potters, and now Zach Chamiso to the plate. Zach grounded to first his first time up. And we're going to have a meeting at the mound here for the Stompers, so we'll step away for just a second. Bottom of the third, Potters threatening but trailing 1-0.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Zach Chamiso up to the plate as the meeting is over. Nobody out, 2 on. And Zach, as we said, grounded out to first his first time up. Left-hand hitting shortstop. Waits for Leon's first pitch. They're holding the runner at second. He shows bunt. He bunts a big chopper, but it's foul. Chamiso, Stones McCoy just relaying the story from last night. He was hit in the back with a pitch in the 6th inning. And was a little worse for wear. Struck out his last time at the plate. Don't know if that affected him, but that's something to keep in the back of the mind. Although Zach, of course, as we all know him from watching him play on the Potters and elsewhere, that he's going to be out there. You're not putting him on the bench. So Hall moving in at third base. Paragera behind the runner at first. 0-1 coming. He shows bunt again. He bunts it back to the pitcher who calls it and going to go to the third with it. Throws it away. Here comes Romano. He will score. Curtis is coming down to third. He will stay at third as the Potters have tied it up on a throwing error by Leon and a Chamiso sacrifice. So Chamiso gets credit for a sacrifice. Curtis is now at third. It's the first error of the game. So the Potters have 2 walks and an error, and they are now tied at 1. And that'll bring up Cade Sanchez. So Chamiso, they had the play on where the third baseman stayed home, and he got it pretty close to Leon, so he had a chance at the runner at third, but just airmailed it. Romano slid in, had to get up and come across to score, and Curtis made it all the way over to third, and here's Sanchez. Cade takes in there for a strike on 1. Grounded back to the pitcher his first time up for Cade Sanchez, hitting at .371 with 11 runs batted in this summer for your Potters. Got a chance for a couple more, some big ones for Taco Susak and the Potters. 0-1 though, outside. Job by Castellums to keep that one from going back to the backstop. Aiden Isola on deck for the Potters. So a couple of walks and an error. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball's chopped down to third. Curtis is going to wait and see, and he's going to go back to third. He dives back in, and they're not going to get him. So Hall had it, and he was waiting for Jared Curtis, and while that's going on, legging it out is Cade Sanchez. So now the Potters have the bases loaded. And Aiden Isola, who's probably the hottest Potters hitter, coming to the plate. He walked his first time up. That is going to be scored a fielder's choice for Cade Sanchez, because had the third baseman thrown it to first, he certainly would have got him at first base. But Curtis was just trying to get a good jump for when the ball was released. Got back to third as Hall decided he'd been off too far. So a break for the Potters. They've got the bases loaded, and here's Isola. Aiden takes outside for a ball. Another Gastelum's good play to keep that one from going back to the backstop with the speedy Curtis at third base. So a walk to Romano, a walk to Curtis. Chamiso's sacrifice. Leon throws it into the left field. And then a ground ball that Hall tried to get Curtis off third and couldn't do it. And that loads the bases with still nobody out. Isola takes a fastball. That's on the outside corner, in there for a strike, 1-1. 343 for Aiden Isola, 1 home run and 9 runs batted in. Out of Granite Bay High School and Sac City College. That's outside and low, 2-1. Good plate discipline again by Aiden Isola. He's followed by Justin Olson in the lineup for the Potters. They're trying to break things open early here and try to even their CCO record at 1-1 after losing in 10 innings last night at Sonoma. 2-1 coming up. Isola takes a breaking ball, just misses that outside corner. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did. And now he's got a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Leon from the stretch, 3-1 pitch. It's chopped up the middle, second base. Shortstop flips it to second for 1, over to first. Too high, gets away. 1 run is scored, and on the overthrow, here comes Chamiso. He will score. 2 runs in for the Potters. It will be a fielder's choice, an error, an RBI for Aiden Isola, and the Potters cross the plate twice. They lead it 3-1. So Curtis scores. Chamiso comes around to score. Sanchez is retired at second base. It was an excellent play by Marion. Then he flipped it to second to Martinez. The throw got away at first base, and here's Justin Olson. 1 out in the inning, 3 runs across, still without benefit of a hit. And at first base now is Aiden Isola. Picked up his 10th RBI on that one. Throw over to first base, and Aiden is back. 2 errors in the inning. For the Stompers. Breaking ball. It's in there for a strike. Olson had a thought at it, decided to let it go, and it was in there for a strike, 0-1. Isola leads at first. Olson swings and fouls it at the plate. So Justin behind 0-2. He's out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and the University of New Mexico. 6'3", Justin Olson, 240. Left-handed hitter up there with Isola at first. 1 out now. 3 runs for the Potters, no hits and 2 errors for the Stompers, both on throws. 0-2 coming up to Olson. Isola looks like he might go. He does. That's lined. 1 hop. Nice play by Martinez. Can't get at it. It's into right field for a base hit right off the glove of Ryan Martinez. Thought he came up with it. Spun like he'd come up with it, but the ball kicks off his glove. That's the first hit for the Potters. And it doesn't leave the infield. Isola is now at second base. And it'll bring up Brock Rudy, who hit a line drive his first time up to right field. Handled out there by Rabin. Well, he hit the ball solidly as Brock was 1 for 4 with a double last night in his debut out of Walnut Creek, California, and the University of Hawaii. Isola at second, Olson over at first. Left-hand hitting Rudy at the plate. Asking for time. Orlando Leon steps off the rubber. That hit Brock Rudy, so he will go down to first base, and this inning just keeps getting weirder. Loads the bases as Isola moves to third, and that'll bring up Tyler Garrity, who struck out his first time up. We've got a walk and then a walk, a sacrifice with an error on the throw, and a fielder's choice with an error on the throw. Then a single and a hit by pitch, and throwing another fielder's choice in there just for good measure. That's a ground ball to the third baseman. Has it, and he drops it, picks it up. He's going to throw it to third base and get the force play anyway. But a run does score for the Potters. Isola comes across the plate with the 4th run of the inning. It's an RBI for Garrity as Olson is out at third base. So Grantham is the 9th hitter of the inning. 4 runs across for the Potters. They have 1 hit. That's a high fastball. 1-0 on Brandon Grantham. He shows bunts it down the third base line. If it stays fair, which it does not do, he would have had to beat it out. So Braden Grantham with a good try at a bunt down the third base line, but a little too much spin on it. Christian Klosterman, the sophomore out of Kenyatta College, is warming up in the bullpen for the Stompers, who have had a pretty ugly inning defensively in this one with a couple errors. 2 walks and a hit batter, and 3 fielders' choices, and a sacrifice. So a lot of going on in this one. Runners at first and second here. And Grantham at the plate. That one catches the outside corner off speed pitch, 1-2. That one right around 71 miles an hour. Swing and a miss. That's the end of the inning. 4 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and they leave a couple. We go to the top of the 4th. Potters back on top, 4-1.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Top of the fourth, Potters come up with 4 in the bottom of the third. Tonko Susak now has himself a little bit of a breathing room here as he's given up just 1 hit through the first 3 innings and struck out 6. The throw goes down to second base, goes off 2 infielders, and then almost hits the umpire. So I think we're ready to go here in the top of the fourth. Noah Rabin, Omar Gastelums, and Derek Bartram, the first 3 hitters for the Stompers. Rabin was hit by a pitch his first time up. Out of Indiana State University and Sebastopol, California. Lovely country up there. Left-handed hitting right fielder against Susak. Fastball is in there for a call strike, 0-1. Kind of a chillier night out here, but a great crowd of Potter fans out here to see them usher in the 2023 CCL season. Rabin takes inside for a ball. 1-1. Potters are back to Sonoma tomorrow night, 6:05 first pitch. That's it, foul out of play. Check it out with Stones McCoy behind the mic. That'll be Mixler. That'll be radio only tomorrow night. So it will be on the Stones Radio Network's Mixler account. Check him out. And then Friday back home against the West Coast Kings. 1-2 pitch. High for a ball. Stones McCoy also on that game, as I'll be traveling a couple miles down the freeway to check out my buddy Ringo Starr, who will be in town to visit me and also put on a concert with his friends. But he's going to come by the house. Chop foul. I mean, I gave him the address. He said he'd show up. He said, peace and love, I'll be there. And you know, if he says peace and love and does the two peace signs, he's got to. It's like a promise. So I'll be hanging with him, and then we'll go to the show. 2-2 pitch, call strike 3. 7th strikeout for Tonko Susak, and that'll bring up Omar Gastelums. Fielder's choice for Omar the first time up, so he is 0 for 1 in this one. He was 2 for 5 in last night's game. He's out of San Jose State University. 6'3", that's a big catcher, Omar Gastelums. 6'3" and 215. That's hit right back up the middle cleanly in the center field for a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Stompers. First one without any controversy. That's the first controversy-less hit in the entire game, and it brings up Derek Bartram. Stones, what's up?
Just want to also let the people know that that are going to join us with the Mixler, and anytime we have to do a road broadcast via Mixler, you can also do it on your desktop. You don't have to download the app. You can do it on your computer as well. So I just want to let all the folks know that.
Thank you, Stones McCoy. That's valuable information, and also the fact that that is a call strike is valuable information. So they just open up their computer, and it just says Stones Radio Networks on it, yes, and just type it in, and then you can go. Fantastic, because you want to follow the Potters when they leave the friendly confines of McBean Stadium and my dulcet tones. Stones is a little sharper, he's obviously more alert and everything, much younger, quarter of a century probably. Anyway, 0-1. That's a breaking ball's lifted down the right field line out of play over by the parking lot Potters. Stones, come back on and tell us about the parking lot Potters menu for tonight.
Oh, man, boy.
First of all,
I really couldn't.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
First of all, kind of explain quickly what the parking lot Potters are for our new listeners and watchers.
Parking lot Potters are the most dedicated Potters fans that have ever been here. They come pre-game, especially on the weekends, and they barbecue for the staff.
Foul down the line.
They barbecue for the staff, and that's all. It's not like they just come out and they barbecue for themselves. They
No.
literally plate and box. They bring you silverware and napkins and the whole. And tonight I got a beer with it. So I mean, you know.
Oh yeah, I know that's right because he yelled at you when we went out to the field, and you graciously accepted his offer of a beer. We got a 0-2 pitch coming up, and then we'll finish that. Swung on and missed the throw down to first base to try to double the runner off, not in time. But the strikeout of Bartram, 2 outs in the inning, and Nathan Brasher's coming up. So Stones, today's menu, as again, he brings up them in cartons like you take out containers, and you don't know what's in them until you open them. And today, what was in them?
Oh boy, I'm still
I
a
know you are.
little on fire.
I saw
We had
that.
some super fire cayenne salmon, grilled salmon. That was just absolutely to die for, and then grilled pineapple with the
You love
cayenne
that.
pepper.
You love that.
Yeah, and corn on the cob with some cayenne.
You love what he does. Breaking balls in there for a strike. You love what he does with the fruit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a little spicy fruit in my life is not a bad thing.
What's your favorite?
The peaches by far.
Yes, the Stones peach. we
Yes,
call
sir.
it. It's a special Stones peach. Okay, go back to whatever it is you were doing before. 0-1 on Brasher. Breaking ball again, catches the corner again. 0-2 on Nathan Brasher. 8 strikeouts through 3 2/3 innings for Tonko Susak, the Arizona product, or actually Sacramento product who now goes to Arizona. Here's the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt. Nice block by Rudy. He thought, did he swing? No, he did not. Again, the first base umpire. Of course, I know he didn't swing, but still he could have said he did. 1-2. Stompers out hitting the Potters 2-1. Potters leading the game 4-1. 1-2 pitch coming up from Susak. Fastball's fouled out of play by Nathan Brasher, the center fielder. Coming out of Encinitas, California. Remember, this is the dude from their Brown University. One of them in their Ivy League schools. Who did reject me. 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play down the right field line. And those days, there weren't as many people applying either because there weren't many people. And they still found a way to reject me. Although while I was applying to Brown University, they don't take many people from Vallejo at Brown University. That just shows that I didn't belong there. 1-2. Fastball inside, ball 2. Brock Rudy almost ran all the way into the dugout to try to get strike 3, but the umpire, it was never going for that. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the scoreboard is, for them, they're kind of close. It says 0-2. I mean, now it's 4-2, so that's pretty close for them. If they just average those 2, they'd be right. Fastball's fouled back to the screen, and there goes the mask of Brock Rudy. 2-2. On Brasher, Ryan Martinez to keep that from happening again. But unfortunately for him, the cowbells are out again, and no one can withstand that. But then they die away, so maybe he'll have a chance. Gastelum leads off of first base. He's singled in the inning. 2-2 coming from Susak. That's chopped slowly out toward short. Third baseman cuts across it. Grantham throws to first, and he got him at first base. Braden Grantham with another excellent play at third to help out Tonko Susak. No runs a hit. Left one. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Potters with a 4-1 lead.
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in the store, our conference facilities, an amazing team help us keep together an amazing organization. And we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve. And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Potters lead 4-1. Some people see a baseball game. I'm just getting blitzed here in the press box by the great Jordan DeGeorgeson and Stones McCoy, just making a lot of disparaging remarks about my advanced years and about my performance out on the mound today and about all kinds of other things that I don't really care to get into, except to say that Ben Romano's going to start us off as he did last inning. He got the base on balls that started the 4-run, 1-hit, 2-error inning and gave the Potters the lead. Orlando Leon still out on the mound from University of Hawaii Hilo. And he throws the first one by a swinging Romano. 0-1 on Ben. Out of Mendham, New Jersey. It's a line drive on one hop to shortstop. Handled out there by Marion across the diamond. Gets Romano at first base for the first out of the inning. 6-3. So one down, and here's Jarrett Curtis. He also walked back in that historic third inning. Came around to score after a variety of errors and fielders' choices, etc., and etc. He actually scored on a ground out from Aiden Isola. Takes that one outside for a ball, 1-0. Out of Cypress, Texas, and Texas Tech University. Curtis hits that one down there to the left of third base and into left field for a base hit. Tried by Hayden Hall, but could not get it, and Curtis is at first with the second hit by the Potters. The first one to actually leave the infield belongs to Jarrett Curtis, and here's Zach Chamiso, who grounded out to first base in the first, then put down a sacrifice bunt in the third that was picked up by the pitcher Leon and thrown into left field as he tried to get the runner at third base, which he had the runner at third base. He just hurried the throw, and that started all the brouhaha in the inning. So Zach's up here now, 0-for-1 with a sacrifice. 154 on the summer so far. Curtis at first. The pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. We talked to Jarrett Curtis today, and he talked about his base stealing and likes to let the batter see a pitch or two and get him a chance. And so let's see if that is put into practice as Cade Sanchez on deck for the Potters. Curtis with a pretty good lead. He's going to get a throw from Orlando Leon. And he is back safely. Paragira, the first baseman, laying the tag on, but a little bit too late. So Chamiso, the left-handed hitter, waits. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside, the throw to second base, and it looks like he is in there with a head-first slide. Excellent throw by Gastelums, but just Curtis too fast, and he got in there for the stolen base. Head first under the tag from Brendan Marion at shortstop. So Chamiso now has a runner in scoring position. Believe it's 1-1. Let's see if we can get it. Yes, I think it's 1-1 on Zach Chamiso. I think that's Jarek's 9th stolen base of the year. Chamiso takes inside another great stop by Gastelums to keep that one from going back to the backstop and allowing Curtis to advance 90 more feet. 2-1 on Zach Chamiso. The umpire, unfortunately, is looking at the scoreboard, and usually when umpires look at the scoreboard and they see the count is wrong, they put up the real count. Well, the count is always wrong on the scoreboard, so he is working overtime. Big breaking balls. Call strike 2. Jack did not care for that, really, but that evens the count at 2. Romano opened the inning by grounding out a single by Curtis. He has stolen second base, and now it's 2-2 on Zach Chamiso. Breaking ball's hit to the right of shortstop. Marion has. He's going to take his time across the diamond, and he is out at first base. Good play by Marion to get Chamiso by a half a step at first base as Zach legging that one out. But he is the second out of the inning, and Cade Sanchez will be the next hitter. Cade is grounded back to the pitcher, hit into a fielder's choice, so he had a ground ball to third that Hall got and was going to throw it to first, but then Curtis was dancing off at third, and Hall decided to go after Curtis, and Curtis got back, so Sanchez reached base. There goes Curtis to third, step off the bag, throw to third, and it's off the bag itself, and Curtis steals third. And that one was, he took off when Leon was in the stretch still, anticipating the throw to the plate, but Leon caught on a little bit too late, and by the time he got it over there, even if the ball was handled cleanly at third by Hall, he would have been safe, and he was as the ball bounded away. So at third base is Curtis, still 2 outs in the inning. And here's Sanchez. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Aiden Isola, the designated hitter, on deck for the Lincoln Potters, who lead this one 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Curtis singled, sold second, stole third. He's over there now with 2 outs. That's chopped to third base. Hall has it. Takes a step, throws it across the diamond, and gets him by a step at first base. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left after 4. Potters lead this one 4-1 as we're going into the top of the 5th inning. We'll see if Tonko Susak is still on the mound for the Potters, as he has accumulated 8 strikeouts through the first 4 innings. We'll take a break. Coming back with the top of the 5th. Potters leading 4-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport. Lincoln Area Archives Museum is the official partner of the Potters' 100th anniversary season. The museum is located just around the corner in Bierman Plaza in the center of the Old Historic District. Plan your visit and learn about early Lincoln history.
Top of the 5th, Potters lead 4-1. Ryan Martinez, Xavier Paragera, and Hayden Hall, 7, 8, and 9 for the Stompers in their batting order. Martinez struck out his only time up back in the 2nd inning, so he is 0 for 1, 0 for 5 in the series. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, and it is a ball inside and low, 1-0 on Ryan Martinez. Out of Towson, Maryland, and the University of San Francisco, the Dons. That one is low again, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 hits over the first 4 innings for the Stompers, 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 4th. 2-0 pitches outside ball 3, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. That's right down the middle for a strike. 3-1 from Tonko Susak. Sacramento's right-hander by way of University of Arizona against Ryan Martinez here. Swing and a miss at inside fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Ryan Martinez. Got a good cowbell contingent out here today. I hear him all the time. No, Stones, you do not have a cowbell, so you cannot shake. He likes to do that. Pretend he's part of the crowd. 3-2 pitch, a little curveball is grounded down to third. Grantham has it across the diamond, and he throws that one in. Olson gets it and tags the runner as he crosses the bag. Good play by Justin Olson down at first base, and Martinez was retired, and that brings up Shaba Paragera, the first baseman. He's out of Bakersfield, California, and Cal State Chico, right-handed hitter. Grounded to short his first time up. One out here in the fifth. Fastball is in there for a strike, going 192 miles an hour, according to my. Well, it's just Stones holding his finger up to, just going, feeling the vibrations from the air, but it's pretty technical. Fastball on the inside corner again. That one took a little bit off that one. 0-2 on the Paragera. Now, we have the latest technology. I'm just kidding. Latest technology up here. Latest. Breaking ball. Slider gets outside for a ball. Trying to get him to chase that one, but no dice. 1-2. Hayden Hall to follow. Number 9 hitter for the Stompers here in the fifth. Inside for a ball. 2-2. Got away from Brock Rudy a little bit. Don't think he would have got the call even if he had caught. I thought it was a little bit inside. 2-2. Check swing, did he go? I say he did. Call strike 3. So another strikeout for Susak, his 9th so far. And that'll bring up Hayden Hall. And as impressive as he has been, Stones McCoy, I don't know that he has broken the barrier on what my fastball was when I threw out my first pitch today. I mean, I think that I gave Tonko something to really aspire to, as he's throwing a lot like me, but he just hasn't gotten to that level yet. But, I mean, of course, I had Marjima behind the plate, so that was kind of Rock Rudy's doing a great job, but Marjima really gave me a lot of confidence. Check swing, and that is going to be a strike. 0-1 on Hayden Hall, who is our Dueling Dogs batter. 50% off Dueling Dogs products if he were happen to strike out. Fastball in there, strike 2. It's always embarrassing when Willie starts to bark. Really? No, it's not embarrassing when you do, Stones, because I expect that coming from you. 0-2 pitch. Popped up right side. Coming in is Romano, coming over to the line and reaches up and makes the catch. So no strikeout, but 1-2-3 for Susak in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Potters with a 4-run lead.
It's all you.
No, I insist.
It's your turn.
Nope, I think it's your turn.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Go.
I appreciate your appreciation. It fills me.
Safe drivers save money with Farmers.
Just for driving safely?
It's a Farmers policy perk. Get Farmers and you can get a safe driver discount simply for having a clean driving record for 3 years.
Come on. After you.
After you.
Safety first.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis or call 916-259-2739.
Being in the market for a new home comes with more than just buying a property. It is finding the right house in the right neighborhood in the right community. Since 2005, Lori, with Frey & Associates Real Estate, has lived and worked as a real estate broker in Lincoln. She is passionate about local organizations and volunteers with them as well.
She's knowledgeable, she knows, she asks a lot of questions, she gets things done.
We still learn a lot from Lori, and she's very helpful, very positive, and has been wonderful broker.
We at Frey & Associates are your local hometown realtor, and we are here for you.
Bottom of the fifth. Potters lead it 4-1. That means it's time for our Minute with Mike as we talk to Coach Mike Marjama of the Lincoln Potters. Coach, are you with me?
Gotcha. What's going on, Phantom? How you doing, man?
Well, I'm doing good. I just want to know, after watching Tonko for 5 innings, is he the second most impressive guy you've seen on the mound tonight?
Well, hey, that first pitch from you, I just had Emma do a little treatment on my hand, so we're starting to feel a little bit better. But, I mean, talk about an outing from Tonko. Goodness gracious. He was at 75. We had him on my count. Just finished up at 74. 93 to 96, slider at, 85, 86.
Right.
I mean, talk about a guy. I mean, that's some stuff right there. And, that name around these parts, right? I mean, pretty special to see that guy here in this uniform.
Coach, was the 75 pitches, was that a limit you were looking to get to with Tonko tonight?
Yeah, we were looking at 75 there. So, it's, just about perfect, right?
Absolutely perfect. And as far as the game is concerned, I know you guys had a real tough one last night up in Sonoma for the first game of the CCL season. So what was the mood of the team when you come in after you get a tough loss on the road? What's the mood when you came in today?
Yeah, it's just getting back to work, right? Our little message today was for me, I kind of do a little mental skills game or mental skills little class before we start taking BP. And today was just about, excellence is mundane, right? It's ordinary. It's not these crazy things we got to do every day. It's just showing up to the ballpark. It's a brand new day for these guys. And, we had a lot of good things happen yesterday, and now it's, watch out. We just had, how to get a few things going together here, and just having good at bats and winning each pitch, right? That's our focus. And I don't know what you guys are seeing up there, but I think we're doing all right now, putting some pressure on the defense and those type of things.
Coach, always great to talk with you. Before I let you go, I want to talk to you about the guy we got up right now, coming out of Sac City College and really making an impression this season for you guys.
Yeah, Aiden's a guy that I got to coach a little bit at Granite Bay. Local guy here. He swings the bat well. You just saw him take a tough pitch. He's a guy that, he's a temp guy, but I think he has a really good opportunity to stay around here, and he's having great at-bats. So we moved him down in the lineup a little bit because Cade Sanchez tends to get on base a little bit, and we just wanted to put his bat behind him, so have him drive in a few runs here.
Great. Coach, thanks a lot for talking to us. We'll talk to you again next time. That's Coach Mike Marjama from the dugout for the Lincoln Potters. Thanks, Coach.
You got it, guys. Enjoy the rest of the game here.
You got it. And Aiden Isola, who we were just discussing, has the full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Is always great to hear Mike Marjama. What a good guy. I tell you, Stones, he really helped me out there, and I'm going to tell you off the air what exactly he did to help me because it would be inappropriate for me to tell you on the air. Although he did tell a good story about his first pitch. Outside, ball 4. Isola with another good at bat, his second walk of the day. He also has a fielder's choice, which he drove in a run back in the 3rd inning. So he's 0 for 1 with an RBI, and we should mention that Christian Klosterman is the new pitcher, 6'2" out of Kenyatta College and from San Jose, California. So he is on the mound taking over for Orlando Leon, who with the first 3 innings gave up just 2 hits, 4 runs. I don't think any of them were earned, but we'll have to talk to all the sabermetrics people about that one because that's a really tough question. And now Klosterman comes in here with Isola at first base, and Olsen takes one inside. I don't know how that missed Justin Olsen, to be honest. And it is 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Olsen swings and misses at an off-speed pitch. 1-1 on Justin, who was grounded to second and singled. So he is 1 for 2 in this one. 0 for 4 in his debut last night up in Sonoma. Isola gets the throw from Klosterman over at first base, but he is back safely. Has a couple of stolen bases. So Christian Klosterman, the new pitcher. Justin Olsen is your hitter. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Olsen takes that one down low. Nice block by Gastelums. He's done that a couple of times here today. 2 balls, 1 strike. Talking with Coach Marjama leads me to believe that I think Tonko Susak's job is done for the day. We have some activity in the Potters bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Chopped down the first baseline. That's a foul ball. Now 2-2. Again, I looked at the scoreboard rather than looking at my Stone scoreboard. Gabe Maya looks like the left-hander out of El Dorado Hills. Headed for Loyola Marymount is warming up for the Potters in the pen. Looks like he will come in the 6th inning as Susak's going to go out with 5 innings of fantastic baseball. Olsen swings and misses. Off-speed pitch gets him. So he is down on strikes for the first out of the inning, and here is Brock Rudy, who is lined to right and been hit by a pitch so far. Catcher out of University of Hawaii in Walnut Creek, California. Left-handed hitter is up here. 1 out and 1 on in the 5th. And you know the way CCL works, you got to put as many runs up on the board as you can because all these teams are very capable of striking quickly. So Rudy, that's in the dirt, and there goes. As soon as he saw the ball hit the ground, in the block by Gastelums again, but not in time to pick it up and try to get Isola, who was just impressed from the first game right to the last at bat in his time here with the Potters. And now Rudy has a chance to drive in a run as Isola leads off a second base. Marion keeping him close, the shortstop. That is a fastball inside corner, evens the count at 1-1 on Brock Rudy. 1-1 pitch on the way. Check his second. And inside, I think Brock got hit again. Yes, he did. And it just hit him and bounced way over to the left. So it leads me to believe maybe hit the knee or something. Some bony structure there because it went right over to the third base dugout. So hit by a pitch for the second straight time. You don't wish that on anybody because that does not feel good. And you want to swing the bat, and all of a sudden you're getting hit with a pitch. Here's Tyler Garrity, who struck out and hit into a fielder's choice, and the third got himself an RBI on the fielder's choice. His first of the season. Tyler out of Seneca, California, and the University of Kansas. Klosterman's pitch is in there, off speed for a strike. 0-1. Braden Grantham, the third baseman, on deck. Potters lead 4-1. We're in the bottom of the 5th. That one is outside for a ball. 1-1. Potters with just 2 hits in this game, 2 big Stomper errors in the third inning contributing to the 4-run frame for Lincoln. 2-1 coming up. Breaking ball's fouled down the third base line. Make that 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tyler Garrity. Aiden Isola out at second. Brock Rudy over at first. Klosterman to the plate, and it hits the ground, and now it bounced over and went on top of the tarp, top of the covering, and I think every player should be allowed to circle the bases until they get it back. And that's not going to work, I don't think. Darn it. Wild pitch, though, gets the runners to second and third. You don't see that every day, where it hits the plate, hits in front of the plate, hits something, and just goes, 20 feet in the air, 25 feet in the air. I guess it happens. Break for the Potters, though. They've got 2 runners now in scoring position and a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Tyler Garrity. That's in the dirt. That's a good stop by Gastelums, and he's done it many times already tonight for Leon and now for Klosterman. Full count now on Tyler. Potters would dearly love to plate the 2 runners that are in scoring position right now. As we mentioned, CCL comebacks are not unheard of. Garrity takes inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Bases are loaded now. 1 out. And Braden Grantham coming to the plate. He grounded out to first and struck out. Out of the University of San Diego, Braden is out of Mesa, Arizona. Right-handed hitter. Stompers a double play depth all around the infield except for first baseman Paragera is up even. That ball's going to get away, and here comes the run coming up for third. He will be safe without a play here. The second one might come around, but no. Going back is Brock Rudy. So scoring is Isola on the wild pitch. Rudy goes to third. Going to second is Garrity. Potters now lead at 5-1. Still have just 2 hits in the game. And now Grantham is up here with still runners at second and third. And a little bit of meeting at the mound for the Stompers, who were very good as far as yesterday was concerned. Just a 4-3 ball game. clean ball game for the Stompers, but today they've gone off to a poor start back in the third inning. Actually, it all started on the sacrifice bunt when Leon, the pitcher, picked it up and had the runner at third on the force and just threw it over the head of the third baseman, and that got it started for the Potters as far as getting some runners on base, getting them moving. They eventually came out with 4 runs back in the third inning. They've added another one here in the fifth without benefit of a hit, a walk, strikeout, a hit by pitch, a walk, and then a wild pitch. And the umpires had pretty much enough. He didn't give them a lot of time. I mean, that was a very tolerant umpire who let them talk for quite some time out there. He realized it's a league game. We got the 3 umpires set up, so he knows it's a league game. So Grantham up here. Now he's got runners at second and third. 1 ball and no strike count. Klosterman seems to be a pitcher who relies more on the off-speed stuff than does Leon. Breaking ball inside corner for a strike. 1-1. That was a good take by Grantham because there's nothing he's going to do with that pitch except for hit it foul into the dugout. Outside, 2-1. Ben Romano to follow, the left fielder. Number 8 hitter in the Potters order. Down in the dirt again, smothered by the catcher. 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside, ball 4. Third walk in the inning to go with hit by pitch. Loads the bases up again, and this time it's for Ben Romano, who has walked and grounded out to shortstop. 1 home run and 2 runs batted in on the summer for Ben. Came in at 125 out of Mendham, New Jersey, and Tulane University, the Green Wave. Got a chance to give the Potters a little bit more breathing room here with 1 out in the 5th. Breaking ball's hit to the right of shortstop. Marion has it. He's going to go to second for 1, over to the first, but beating it out is Romano, and another run scores for the Potters. Another fielder's choice, another RBI. Garrity moves to third. Cut down at second is Grantham. And at first base is Ben Romano. He picks up his 3rd run batted in. The Potters get their 2nd run of the inning. 6-1, and here's Jarrett Curtis, who's walked and singled. Breaking ball's popped up. Second baseman calling for it. That's Martinez, and he will make the catch for the out. So that's the inning. 2 runs for the Potters, no hits. We go to the top of the 6th. Potters 6, Stompers 1.
The mouth-watering Big Mac with a savory Filet-O-Fish and a tasty McChicken. My goodness, that looks good. Oh, you're making a McDonald's menu hack. Yes, a land, air, and sea. Oh, it's going to tip over. No, it's good. It's good. Very stable. Order the land, air, and sea by name. Build it by hand.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
And we are back for the top of the 6th. Potters leading at 6-1. Tonka Susak, his day is done. He will leave with a 6-1 lead. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts for Tonka. He will be relieved by Gabe Maya. Maya will be making appearance number 5, 7 1/3 innings, 5 hits and 3 runs, 3.68 ERA. The left-hander out of El Dorado Hills, headed for Loyola Marymount, comes on, and he'll face the top of the order, Brandon Marion, Isaiah Velasco, and Noah Rabin for the Sonoma Stompers, as Piper doing the Piper Dance Contest. Always one of his best moves here, behind home plate between the 5th and 6th innings. As Maya concludes his warm-up tosses, Brock Rudy behind the plate for the Potters. Justin Olson's over at first, Cade Sanchez at second, Zach Chamiso at short, and Braden Grantham at third. Tyler Garrity in left, Jarrett Curtis in center, and Ben Romano is out in right. And our second pitcher of the day is Gabe Maya. So Brandon Marion leads it off. He takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. He singled and scored back in the first and infield single, and then grounded out to third in the third on a good play by Braden Grantham. Maya from the stretch. High fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Marion. Out of Brentwood, California, Diablo Valley College. Great team they had down there this year. That's hit down to third base. Grantham has it. Across the diamond, right to Justin Olson for the out. So Marion is out 5-3 for the second time. And his single went down the third base line as well in the first. Here's Isaiah Velasco, who has struck out twice, once looking and once swinging. Isaiah was a major thorn in the side of the Potters last night, 2 for 4 with a home run. He drove in 3. Out of the University of California at Berkeley in Silmar, California, originally for Isaiah Velasco. Lefty against lefty here. Breaking ball on the corner, call strike. Oh and 1. That one's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike on Isaiah Velasco. Noah Rabin, the number 3 hitter, the right fielder on deck for Sonoma. These two teams met yesterday in Sonoma, today, of course, here in Lincoln, and tomorrow back in Sonoma to meet again. Fastball, actually breaking ball, swung on and missed outside corner. 1-2. Potters are home on Friday again. The West Coast Kings come in for a single, and then the Potters go back to Sonoma on Saturday and out to Healdsburg on Sunday. So a lot of traveling for the Potters this week, a lot of CCL action, getting it started. 1-2, breaking ball, call strike 3. Beautiful looking pitch by Gabe Maya. Got Velasco on strikes, and that'll bring up Noah Rabin. Hit by a pitch and called out on strikes for Noah today, 0 for 1. 0 for 2 yesterday. Actually, it looks like Hunter Graham is going to come up. Hunter Graham batting for Rabin. First pitch is in there for a strike. So Graham comes on in the 6th for Noah Rabin. Takes the first one in there for a strike. That one's fouled back. So quickly 0-2 on Hunter Graham. He's a junior out of Santa Rosa, California, and goes to the University of San Francisco. And it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Hunter. Outfield straight away for Graham. Maya gets ready for the 0-2. That's fouled down the right field line again. Still 0-2 on Hunter Graham. Omar Gastelum's the catcher on deck. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight. Another good crowd out here in McBean Stadium checking out CCL action. Now it's in full swing. Swing and a miss. He got him on strikes. Good inning for Gabe Maya. Gets 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Potters 6, Stompers 1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Old Town Pizza, a proud sponsor of your Potters baseball, will deliver you a slice that you won't soon forget. Come see why they've been voted the best of the best 12 straight years. Visit otpizza.net to get yours today. But don't take it from me.
I think Old Town Pizza should be expanded through the state or even through the country because it's so delicious.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Christian Klosterman out for his second inning of work for the Stompers. He'll face the top of the order, Zach Chamiso, Kate Sanchez, Aiden Isola for the Potters, who have 6 runs in this game and have accumulated 2 hits. 2 huge errors for the Stompers back in the third, critical in a bunch of base on balls. Looks like 8 free passes issued by Stomper pitchers. Including 3 of those 8 free passes were back in that third inning. So here's Chamiso, who's grounded out, sacrificed, and grounded out again. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Shortstop out of Lincoln High, the Fighting Zebras, and Sierra College. Takes inside from Klosterman, who is from Kenyatta College. Out of San Jose, California, Christian Klosterman. Activity in the pen for the Stompers. That's hit sharply to the right of second base, and it's into center field for a Zach Chamiso base hit. A diving try by Ryan Martinez goes for naught as Chamiso picks up the third hit for the Potters. And Kate Sanchez comes to the plate. Breaking ball misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes on Cade Sanchez. Chamiso leads at first. Breaking ball is popped up right side. Second baseman has a beat on it. That's Ryan Martinez, and he makes the catch going to his left for the first down. And Aiden Isola will come to the plate for the Potters. Looks like Tyler Martinez is warming up. Here's Isola. Pops it up left side. Going over the shortstop and third baseman. It's going to be the shortstop, Marion. He makes the catch in short left field for the second out. So 2 quick pop-ups after a single by Chamiso and brings up Justin Olson. Make that Jacob Young warming up in the bullpen for the Stompers. Here's Olson, who has struck out, singled, and grounded to second, so he is 1 for 3 in this one. Justin out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and the University of New Mexico. He's followed by Brock Rudy in the Potters order here today. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Olson chops it down to first, right to Paragara, and he steps on first base. So a quiet inning for the Potters after the Chamiso single. We'll go to the 7th. Potters leading at 6-1.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration. Where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Moving along to the top of the seventh, Gabe Maya out for his second inning of work. He'll face Omar Gastelums and then Derek Bartram and Nathan Brasher, the first three hitters scheduled for the Stompers. They trailed 6-1, was 2 for 5 in the game last night. Potters opening up with a 3-game series against the Stompers, opening up CCL play, 1 at home and 2 on the road. So they will be back in action tomorrow. I believe that's a 6:05 first pitch. That one's hit high in the air towards center field. Curtis didn't see it, I didn't think, and now he's got to come all the way in and make a diving try, and I don't think he got it, and going to second base is Gastelums. Curtis is down in center field, so we will wait and see how Jarek is doing. As he didn't seem like he saw that ball at all, and then took a real quick one, and maybe he went down and hurt his hand as he was trying to make the diving catch. Stone, did you see that any better than I did as far as maybe he went to make the diving catch and the glove hand kind of pushed back on him?
Yeah, he went out with the glove hand down parallel to the ground, and I believe the webbing caught the ground as he was going in for that dive and rolled his wrist backwards. That's was zoomed in here on the camera. If you guys were watching at home, you're able to kind of catch a glimpse of that, but that's what I saw. And he did not get up after the dive, and that's what leads me to believe that he may have rolled over on his hand.
Well, let's take a break here while they work on Jarek Curtis. Hopefully, obviously, we hope everything is okay. Gastelum's out at second base. We are in the top of the seventh. Potters lead it.
Placer Valley Tourism. Our mission is to increase the health of the hotel industry through occupancy and average daily rate in Roseville, Rockland, and Lincoln. Proud partner of the Potters in the 2023 West Coast World Series Tournament from August 8th to 11th.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme nights, kids zone, and more. Come join in the fun and enjoy small-town baseball with Major League Entertainment. Tickets on sale now at LincolnPotters.com.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Jared Curtis has left the field under his own power, got a nice ovation, and it looks like they're going to take Zach Chamiso from shortstop, move him out to center field. Trey Furry has come in to play third base, and Braden Grantham is going to move over to shortstop for the Potters. So that means Trey Furry will go into Jarrett Curtis's defensive position. So it goes down as a double for Castellums. He's at second base, and here's Derek Bartram, who has struck out twice, both of those against Tonko Susak. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it was just a situation where Jared Curtis, it looked to me, could not pick the ball up in the sky and had very late tried to make up for it with his great speed, and just diving out there might have bent his hand back. We'll get a report on Jarek as soon as we possibly can. We'll let Emma do her job down there. Look out, that's inside, gets away. Going to third is Castellums on the wild pitch. So the Stompers have a runner at third and nobody out here. We are in the seventh. Gabe Maya relieved Tonko Susak, who went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, and struck out 9. That one is inside for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Castellums comes down the line at third. That's hit sharply down the line at third. What a play by Furry. Gets up, throws it across the diamond on a hop to first. What a play by Trey Furry. The runner could not advance because the ball was right next to him. So Furry, with a diving play to his right, got up and threw it and used the turf very, very admirably there as he skipped it across to Justin Olson, who stayed with it. And Bartram has retired and probably deserved better than that on that kind of hit. Here's Nathan Brasher, who was struck out and grounded out to third. So 1 down here in the 7th. He lines it right at the second baseman, Cade Sanchez, who reaches out and makes the catch. So a couple of well-hit balls by the Stompers, and they got nothing to show for it. 2 outs, and Ryan Martinez is the next scheduled hitter. He struck out and grounded to third base, has Ryan Martinez. Looking for his first hit in the series. He's 0 for 6. Ryan from University of San Francisco in Towson, Maryland. That's a fastball just a little high from Maya at 83. One ball, no strikes on Ryan Martinez. Swing and a miss, set a fastball on the outside corner. Evens it up at 1-1. Check swing went around. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ryan Martinez. Chava Paragera, the first baseman, on deck. But it's all about Ryan Martinez here as Gabe Maya tries to get out of a little jam here. Runner at third and nobody out. Breaking ball, just misses ball 2. It's a little bit too low right there as Martinez steps out. We're in number 1 in the Stompers, mostly grayish uniforms. Good gray though. That's it high up in the air towards center field. Chamiso moving over into left center. He's got a beat on it, reaches up, and he's got it. So good job by Gabe Maya and the Potters defense to get out of that one. We'll go to the bottom of 7th. Everybody stretch. Potters lead 6-1.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Hi, Bill Evans, president of the Placer County Association of Realtors. We're in a store, our conference facilities, an amazing team helps keep together an amazing organization, and we thank them all.
This organization can't do what it does and can't run the way it runs without the help of so many members volunteering their time.
The success of the Placer County Association of Realtors is largely dependent on our active volunteer members to help our organization and industry. The work of our committees greatly impacts our ability to champion efforts across the board and giving back to the Placer County community wherever we can.
Like all service organizations, I wanted to serve.
And getting involved with the affiliate committee was the perfect way to do that.
I love being able to serve my community with my business friends and other leaders and give back to those who are in need.
The thing I love about the PCAR committees is they all work toward the same goal of bringing the community together to support those in need in our surrounding area.
I instantly came to the meeting and had a wonderful time, felt like I was a part of something bigger, and it was just the start of my leadership journey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 7th, Willie Preston, the best in the business, now is detailing what we're drinking to the crowd out there. So that's always fun. That's always fun. Got a new third baseman coming on for it's Jeremy Maldonado taking over at third base for Hayden Hall. So Hall is out, and here is Brock Rudy, who was lined out and been hit by a pitch twice. And he is very tired of that. Fastball inside and low. 1 ball and no strikes. So Jeremy Maldonado takes over at third. Marion still at short. Martinez at second. Iparraguerra over at first. Inside for a ball. Klosterman thought he had that one. Waited an extra half second before getting the ball back from his catcher. 2 balls and no strikes. Hit sharply down the first baseline. Iparraguerra has it. It's going to wave off his pitcher. And for about the 3rd time tonight, Java goes over and takes care of it himself. So 1 out here in the 7th, and Tyler Garrity coming to the plate. Struck out. Fielder's choice, RBI and a fielder's choice in the 3rd, and then a walk in the 5th for Tyler Garrity. Out of Seneca, California, University of Kansas, the Jayhawks. Right-handed hitter against the right-hander Christian Klosterman, working his 4th inning of work here. That is inside for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes on Tyler. Braden Grantham to follow. Braden now at shortstop for the Potters. Breaking ball catches the corner, inside that is, for a strike. That's in there for a strike again to Garrity. Swing and a miss, got him on strikes. So Klosterman gets the first 2 Potters on a ground out and a strikeout, and that'll bring up Braden Grantham. He's grounded out to first, struck out, and walked. Started off at third base, made some excellent plays at third, now is over at shortstop. After Jarrett Curtis had to leave the game, Potters had to shuffle their lineup a little bit. Zach Chamiso went out to center field from shortstop. Trey Furry came in at third. And Grantham moved over to short, and he takes outside for a ball, 1-0. That is high for a ball, 2-0. High for a ball, 3-0. If Braden gets on, then Ben Romano will get a chance here in the 7th. That's hit sharply out toward shortstop. Marion stays with it, bobbles it, picks it up, throws it across the diamond, and gets him at first base for the out. So 1-2-3 for Klosterman in the bottom of the 7th. We move on to the 8th, and the Potters with the 6-1 lead.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Moving along to the top of the 8th inning, Gabe Maya still on for the Potters. Shaba Paragera is going to start us off, and then it will be Jeremy Maldonado and the top of the order, Brandon Marion for the Stompers. So Paragera will be our first hitter. The first baseman is struck out and grounded to shortstop. Right-handed hitter out of Cal State Chico against Gabe Maya. First pitch is swung and fouled into the catcher's glove, that catcher being Brock Ruby. Paragera, originally from Bakersfield, California, made his way up to Cal State Chico. Takes that one, and it's in there for a strike. Slider on the inside corner, 0-2 quickly to Shaba. That one's popped up. Short center field going out the shortstop, coming in the center fielder. That's Zach Chamiso, and he makes the catch. Going all the way out there was Grantham. He got out to where the ball was coming down, but Chamiso called it, and he got him. Fly out to center field, and now Jeremy Maldonado coming to the plate. He came on for Hayden Hall back in the 7th. Jeremy out of Fullerton, California, and Santa Rosa Junior College takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Another Big 8 conference player. Santa Rosa with another excellent team this year. I think they finished at top of the conference in regular season play. Breaking ball's hit down the third base to Furry. Had to back up on it, throws it across the diamond, uses the bounce, and Justin Olson scoops it up again at first base for the out. 2 outs, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Brandon Marion. He singled, grounded to third, and grounded to third. So he is 1 for 3, scored the only Stomper run back in the first on a controversial infield single that many of the Potters felt was actually hit his foot or something. It should have been a foul ball. Takes that fastball high and outside. Brendan, also community college player out of Diablo Valley College. 1-0. Fastball right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right around low 80s to mid 80s for Gabe Maya so far today. Tonko Susak was right around 92 and 93. Flirting a little higher. Big breaking ball misses high. So it's 2-1. On Brandon Marion, Isaiah Velasco on deck if Marion should start something. That's high for a ball. Informed that Susak got up to 96. And I know Marcham has said 93 to 96, but he's a coach, and he's going to inflate the numbers a little bit, because he's trying to get his guy, in the right frame of mind. That's right down the middle. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Maldonado. Fouled off. So Brandon Marion, our hitter, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two coming up again from Maya. That sails high, ball 4. Easy take for Marion. He's on for his second time. First walk, I believe, issued by Gabe Maya. And it'll be 2 outs, and Velasquez coming to plate, or Velasco, coming to the plate. He has struck out 3 times today, so now we've got a pinch hitter coming up. We're going to check and see who we got. Wyatt Davis is going to be the hitter for Velasco. So Wyatt Davis, also a left-handed hitter, out of Fresno State and Petaluma, California. He steps in here with 2 outs and 1 on in the 8th, and the Potters leading at 6-1. Maya getting up near 45 pitches in his relief stint. This is his 3rd inning of work. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Check swing, but I think it was a call strike anyway. And Stones agrees with me, which doesn't happen all that often, so I know we're right. Or I suspect we're right. 0-1 on Davis. He check swings again, but I don't think he went around, but we're going to ask anyway, and we don't ask anybody, so I guess it's a ball. I like when the umpire and the plate just, I saw it. I'm not asking anybody, and they beg him and beg him. He goes, oh, I saw it. And then he gets mad and stomps around. That's fouled back to the screen on a fastball. Again, in the low 80s for Gabe Maya. I love when the ball hits the screen and the camera kind of shuffers a little bit. And Stones always worries that it's not going to get back where it's supposed to be. John Alkire comes out. He pitched yesterday. Made his debut on the season for the Potters. Big right-hander. 1-2 coming up to Wyatt Davis. Outside, nice stop by Rudy. Keeping that one from going back to the screen. It makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes on Davis. Omar Gastelums is on deck, the catcher. No, excuse me, that would be Graham on deck, Hunter Graham. He batted for Rabin back in the 6th inning. 2-2. Fastball, call, strike 3. Maya gets the strikeout, ends the 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and the Potters have the 6-1 lead.
Loomis Basin Brewing Company, a proud sponsor of your Lincoln Potters. Visit them at 3277 Swetzer Road in Loomis, or call 916-259-2739.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Lincoln Potters baseball. Come on out and join in the fun.
Bottom of the 8th, Stompers trailing 6-1. Christian Klosterman still out on the mound, working in his 5th inning for Sonoma. He'll face Ben Romano, and that one gets away from him over the head of Ben Romano and goes back to the backstop. Trey Furry on deck, and then the top of the order, Zach Chamiso. Klosterman is thrown 4 innings so far. Just 2 hits. A couple of walks back in the 5th costume, but he has pitched well and eating up a lot of innings, which is important early in the season as the games begin to pile up. That's hit down the right field line. It will be a foul ball, I believe, giving chase out there, not getting it, is right fielder Graham. But with a lot of games strung together, it's big that you can get a guy to come in and eat up some innings, and Klosterman now in his 5th inning. So he might save Sonoma using another pitcher in this one, saving him for later, either tomorrow or later in the week. If they're anything like the Potters, they've got game after game after game coming up. Inside, but it's hit down the third baseline, and it's a fair ball on the bag, but I think it's going to be off the foot of Ben Romano. Stompers, like the Potters, getting new players in all the time. Broadcasters mentioned that they expect at least 2 or 3 more position players to come, and probably close to a half dozen more pitchers. So these teams, when they meet later in the summer, will have totally different looks than they do today. That's high for a ball. He was the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ben Romano. He's walked, grounded out, and hit into a fielder's choice. Does have an RBI tonight. His 3rd of the season. Has a home run on the year. That's high for a ball. 3-2. Romano, Furry, and Chamiso for the Potters here in the 8th. That's high for a ball. So the base on balls errors have really hurt the Stompers in this one. And Romano goes down to first base, and here's Trey Furry, who just came in the game back in the 7th for Jarrett Curtis, who was injured, and Chamiso moved to center. Grantham to short, and Trey Furry came in to play third, made an incredible play back in that 7th inning. Back in the 6th inning. That's a check swing, chopped back to the pitcher. Osterman has it. He's going to throw to first. It's high, but handled over there by Paragara. So Furry, check swing, grounds out. Moving to second is Romano. When with 1 out, top of the order, Zach Chamiso. Furry came in the 7th inning and made a diving stop on a Bartram ground ball with a runner at third to keep the runner at third, and he later got a line out and a fly out, so he did not score from third with nobody out. And here's Chamiso. Sails outside for a ball. Zach is grounded to first, sacrifice, grounded to short, and singled. So he is 1 for 3 in this one. Started out at shortstop, now is out in center field. Klosterman looks back at the runner at second base. Chamiso takes down low. 2-0 on Zach Chamiso. Cade Sanchez to follow. The Potters 4 in the 3rd and 2 in the 5th. Only have 3 hits on the day. There's a line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Here comes Romano. He's going to round third, and they're going to hold him up as Chamiso pulls back to first base. So a 2-hit night for Zach Chamiso. Romano goes over to third, and that'll bring up Cade Sanchez. So a walk to Romano, a ground out by Furry, now a single by Chamiso. And here's Cade Sanchez, who is grounded to the pitcher, grounded to third, popped to second, and hit to a fielder's choice. Nice block, and there goes Chamiso down to second, and the throw is a bluff by Gastelums, the catcher, and Zach is going to go and be at second base, and now we have second and third. So 4 hits for the Potters. Chamiso has 2 of them, and it's 1-0 on Cade Sanchez. Breaking ball's a little blooper out toward right field, and it's in there for a base hit. Run scores. Holding at third is Chamiso, so Sanchez comes through with his 12th run batted into the season. A little blooper, and that scores Romano with the 7th run for the Potters, and the 5th hit now for Lincoln, and here is Aiden Isola. So here's Aiden Isola. He's walked, And an RBI fielder's choice, walked again and then popped out to short. So he is 0 for 2 and hits that one sharply off the third baseman's glove into left field for a base hit, and here comes Chamiso to score the 8th run for the Potters. So Isola comes through with another base hit, another run batted in. He now has 11 on the season. Scoring is Chamiso, and the Potters lead at 8-1. Jacob Young still warming up in the pen. We might see Jacob Young is coming out is the Stompers manager. We're going to step away. We're in the bottom of the 8th, and Lincoln leads this one 8-1.
Gooseport Public House. We have sports on 10 big screen TVs, 23 beer taps with classics and crafts, a full bar with creative craft mixed drinks, live music, and most importantly, great fresh food. In downtown Roseville off Vernon Street, only 15 minutes from the ballpark. See ya at Gooseport.
Christian Klosterman still out on the mound for the Stompers as Justin Olson steps up to the plate. Left-handed hitting Olson is grounded out, singled, struck out, and then grounded out again. Swings and misses an off-speed pitch. Jarrett Curtis left the game in the 7th after diving after a ball in center. It turns out he did injure his wrist, not known the extent, but he is still here and is icing it down, so he has not gone for x-rays or anything. He is still here. Maybe that will be later on, but he is in the dugout rooting on his teammates, and that includes Justin Olson, who now has an 0-2 count. Brock Rudy is on deck. We have a winner in the 50-50, and it isn't me. So why are we even paying attention? I could retire, give the headphones to Stones, and just retire on the beaches of Lincoln. Olson lines one into right field for a base hit. There's a runner around third is Sanchez. He's going to try to score. The throw cut off, and he is safe at the plate. So good hustle by Cade Sanchez. He scores. Olson gets the RBI. Going to third is Aiden Isola, and the Potters with 4 hits in the inning and 3 runs. They now lead at 9-1. And Olson really ripped that ball into right field. Here's Brock Rudy, and now we are going to have a pitching change, and now we will step away. So Potters have broken it open a little bit here in the bottom of the 8th. They lead at 9-1.
Have you ever wondered, what is CMN? I thought so. Let me help. CMN stands for Children's Miracle Network, a non-profit organization that raises money for children's hospitals. Locally, UC Davis Children's Hospital is your CMN hospital, the only one in our area. It is a nationally ranked comprehensive children's hospital that provides the highest quality of care to pediatric patients like me. How is this level of care possible? With help from CMN donations. CMN teamed with corporate partners and community donors to fundraise for things like equipment, research, and patient care. All money raised locally during campaigns like this stays local to support children treated at UC Davis Children's Hospital. Sick and injured kids can't wait to get the care they need. And thanks to generous donors, partners, and fundraisers like you, we don't have to. Please give wherever you see the Miracle Balloon, and thank you for supporting CMN at UC Davis.
Welcome back, Olympia's 5th grade orchestra.
Perhaps there's no place like your home because you made it so at RC Willey.
Lincoln Potters Baseball. Placer County's best-kept secret is back for another exciting summer at historic McBean Stadium. 33 action-packed home games loaded with fun for the whole family. Local beer, wine, and eats. Fireworks, giveaways, theme night.
Brock Rudy to the plate as Jacob Young is the new pitcher. left-hander out of Mill Valley, California, and Brown University. Comes on. Throws that one in the dirt, blocked by Gus Ellums. Just one out for the Potters in the inning. They have 4 hits and 3 runs. Olson is on at first. Over at third is Aiden Isola. That's inside, gets away. Here comes Sola from third. He's going to score standing up. Going to second is Justin Olson. 4 runs for the Potters here in the 8th inning. And that one came a little too close to Brock Rudy. Remember, Brock's been hit twice already today. So he is not looking for the hat trick in that situation. 2-0. That is back to the screen. Throw to third base. Almost got him at third base because the ball bounced back to Gastelums. But Olson moves over to third. So Rudy with a 3-ball, no strike count. And Tyler Garrity to follow. That one is right down the middle for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike on Brock. Fly to right, hit by a pitch, grounded to first. So he is 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss at a fastball. Line and wait for that one. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Credit to Brown, who the previous 2 pitches were about as bad location-wise as they could be, as he's poured in 2 fastballs here to bring the count to 3-2. That's inside, and guess what? It hit Brock Rudy. And sometimes it's just one of those days. Actually, it's a good life lesson for a young man. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. It really doesn't in this world. And he's like, it's 3-2. If you're going to walk me, just throw it outside or something, okay? Here's Tyler Garrity, who struck out twice, walked, and had an RBI fielder's choice. That was back in the 3rd inning. Potters at first and third now with 1 out here in the 8th. And Garrity at the plate. That one, I think, hits Tyler Garrity. So that loads the bases and brings up Braden Grantham. He's grounded out, struck out, walked, and grounded out again, so he is 0 for 3 in this one. The Stompers are going to look to the fact that I think the free pass total is well up above 10 now. So that is going to come back to bite you. Potters have 7 hits, but 4 of them have come in this inning. That's fouled back by Grantham, who seemed surprised that the ball was over the plate, and he just took a cut. I tell you, when Young brings it across the plate, he's got a little bit of fire on it. A little above 85, 86 is the official total. That one is too low for a ball. That's at 88. So he's going to touch 90, I think, by the time he gets out of here. Bases loaded, 1 out here. Fastball misses. 2-1 now. Every time I look down the third baseline, Stones, and see that beer thing that just says beer here. Is that a real? Is that a real place you can get beer though? Fastball is low, 3-1. No, not now because it's after the 7th inning. But I mean, if you go there, do you have to have a password or something? You knock on the. Hello, swordfish. Fastball again, ball 4. So it's an RBI walk for Grantham. And that'll bring up Ben Romano for the 2nd time in this inning. 5 runs for the Potters here in the 8th. They lead it 11-1. Here's Ben Romano, who has walked, grounded out, RBI fielder's choice, and another walk. Fastball is outside for a ball. 1-0. Trey Furry on deck for his 2nd at bat of the inning. Gastelums goes out to talk to Jacob Young on the mound. Lando Leon started, went the first 3 innings, gave up 2 hits and 4 runs. Klosterman came on, went through 4 innings pretty well, just gave up 2 runs without a hit in the 5th inning. Got into trouble here in the 8th inning. Walked Romano to start it off. Then singles by Chamiso, Sanchez, Isola, and Olson. That's in the dirt for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. I think that's John Jensen out warming up for the Stompers. Swing and a miss. Good cut by Ben Romano at that one. 2-1 on Ben. Coming to us from New Jersey by way of Tulane University. That's a fastball, just misses the outside corner. That's the problem when you throw a lot of balls, you're not going to get too many corners. 3-1. Swing and a miss, fastball. They're right around 88 miles an hour from Young. Full count, 1 out, bases loaded. Fastball in there, call strike 3. Two outs, and here's Trey Furry, who came on in the 7th for defensive purposes after the Curtis injury. He grounded back to the pitcher early in this inning on a check swing. Out of Folsom Lake College and Oklahoma Baptist, Mr. Trey Furry up here with the bases loaded. Line drive into right field, base hit. Here comes one scoring. Here comes the second one. The throw comes in. It'll be too late. It's a 2-run single for Trey Furry, and the Potters lead at 13-1. 2 more runs batted in for Trey Furry. Rudy scores and Garrity scores. Going to third is Grantham. And Trey Furry comes through with a line drive base hit. And here's Zach Chamiso. Zach grounded out to first, sacrificed in the 3rd, then grounded to short, and since then has a couple of hits, a single in the 6th and a single here in the 8th. And he takes that one in there for a strike on 1. So Zach 2 for 4 in this one, came in at 154. Chops fat one foul. And it is 0-2 on Zach Chamiso. Started out at shortstop, now is in center field for the Potters today. Reminder, Jarrett Curtis had some sort of wrist injury. He's still on the bench, icing it up right now. Outside with a fastball by Jacob Young. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zach. Cade Sanchez waits on deck. He's got an RBI single here in this inning. His 12th run batted in of the summer. Miso chops it out toward first base. Handled by Sharpera. He throws it to first, and it's not going to be in time. And Chamiso beats it out for an infield single and picks up an RBI. Grantham scores. That'll bring up Cade Sanchez. (14-1) in favor of the Potters. And here is Cade Sanchez. Fastball is high. Sometimes when people get a little taste of power, it really is dangerous. Just off the cuff there. That's fouled back to the screen by Cade Sanchez. Here's Aiden Isola. A walk, an RBI fielder's choice, another walk, a pop-up, and an RBI single for Isola. He has 2 runs batted in, so he has 11 on the season. First pitch is outside for a ball. So Sanchez picks up his 2nd RBI. His total is now up to 13. Fastball on the corner, call strike. That's on the outside corner again for a strike. One and two on Aiden Isola. Outside, ball 2. 2 and 2 on Aiden out of Sac City College by way of Granite Bay High School. Worked with Coach Mike Marjama. He talked to us about Aiden a little bit today in the Minute with Mike in the 5th inning. Fouls it back to the screen. But this is a guy on a temporary contract out of Sac City who is making a very good impression, as did a couple of other Sac City players, Levi Sotomayor, JT Maloney, and others. All came in and have done a fantastic job for the Potters early in this summer season. 2-2 coming to Isola. High, ball 3. Chamiso at third, Sanchez at first. Isola fouls that one out of play. 3 and 2. He does not get cheated in any at-bats, and he does not take any at-bats for granted. And that's what makes Aiden, I think, a dangerous hitter and somebody to keep an eye on in the future. Hopefully he'll be back as a Potter again in the future. Inside. And here comes a run in from third on the wild pitch. I thought it was 3 and 2. I guess it was 2 and 2. And scoring is Chamiso. That's what I thought. I thought it was a walk. But Aiden does not want to go anywhere. And the umpire says, let's just keep him here for another pitch. But I do agree with you, Stones. I believe it was ball 4. So it's 3 plus and 2. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. So we go to the 9th inning. Potters lead at 16-1.
It begins on the farm, where hard work breeds motivation. Care is taken under watchful eyes. With new growth comes inspiration, where playtime is mandatory. Welcome to Dueling Dogs Brewing Company. Meet the Stevens, a husband and wife who work hand in hand to craft exclusive small batch beer, mead, and cider. Using locally sourced ingredients to ensure freshness in every glass. Where a community of farmers, local artisans, and amazing food make for a truly inspired atmosphere. At the end of the day, we know the value of hard work. The families it unites, it's in the pride we take, the stories we tell, and the best friends who are cherished. Dueling Dogs Brewing Company.
Tyler Martinez going to be the hitter. He'll be hitting for Hunter Graham. He hits that one out into center field. Moving over is Chamiso into right center field. Reaches up and makes the catch for the out. So Martinez hitting for Graham flies out. And that brings up Omar Gastelums, the catcher. I think we might have a pinch hitter for Omar as well. Oh, Omar is still in there, so he is 2 for 3 in this one. That's outside for a ball. He fielder's choice in the first, and he singled in the fourth, and he hit the double in the seventh, the one that Jarrett Curtis lost in the night somewhere and tried to make a diving catch running in on it. Takes that one down low for a ball. That's in the dirt again, so it is 3-0 on Gastelums. Derek Bartram on deck, the left fielder. Maya came on in the 6th in relief of Tonko Susak, who went 5 innings, struck out 9, and allowed 2 hits and a run. That is in there for a strike, 3-1. Castellum's had a thought about that one, decided to let it go, and now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. That is just inside for a ball. So Castellums gets the base on balls, on base the 3rd time for the Stompers catcher, and here's Derek Bartram. Struck out twice and grounded to 3rd. Bartram wearing number 40 out of Novato, California. Look out, that's inside for a ball. Fresno State University for Derek Bartram. Nathan Brasher, the center fielder, on deck. 16-1, Potters lead it, trying to close it out here in the 9th behind Gabe Maya. Foul back to the screen. Luckily away from the Stones Radio Network's cameras, which would be a disaster because 9th inning is the time that people start zeroing in on the camera, trying to make our post-game interview go south. Doesn't matter, Stones, whatever you do. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Big breaking balls high. Evens the count at 2-2. 1 out here in the 9th. Castellum's over at first base after the base on balls. And Derek Bartram, the hitter. Breaking ball swung on and missed. 4th strikeout for Gabe Maya in 4 innings of work, and Nathan Brasher comes up here with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Stompers won game 1 of the series last night, 4-3 up in Sonoma. 2 teams meet again tomorrow in Sonoma, 6:05 first pitch. Stones Radio Networks is on the job. Stones McCoy doing the radio call on the Mixler for all the fans, so check him out there. That is in there for a call strike. 0-1 on Nathan Brasher, who struck out, grounded to 3rd, and lined out to second base back in the 7th inning. Breaking balls high and outside, handled by Brock Rudy, who's done an excellent job behind the plate for the Potters today. Fouled out of play, 1-2. So we are down to our last strike for the Sonoma Stompers, and that would usually mean that's the legendary folk hero, last strike guy, usually makes his appearance, but I guess he's probably out taking a smoke break or something. 1-2 pitch. Lifted out towards center field. Chamiso has a beat on it. That should do it. Zach reaches up and makes the catch, and that's a ball game. Gabe Maya, 4 innings, just 1 hit. He struck out 4 in relief of Susak. Potters put on a dominant late hitting performance and also a dominant pitching performance. They win this one 16-1. We're back with Potters postgame and our player of the game right after this of the Stones Radio Networks.
the Potters Player of the Game, presented by Peak Jerky. A convenient, healthy paleo and keto-friendly snack ready for you to enjoy. Visit peakpastramijerky.com.
Welcome into the Potters postgame. Our Peak of Jerky, whatever you just said, player of the game is Gabe Maya. Gabe, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How's it going?
It's going tremendous, my friend. Great job out there today. 4 innings, a hit, and 4 strikeouts. But did you feel a little bit of pressure that you had to follow such an act by Tonka Susak, who was fantastic out there today?
Yeah, it felt good. Me and Tonko go way back. We've been buddies since high school, so it was pretty cool to go out there and shove right behind him. He really started us off hot, and then I was able to come in and do my job, which was needed. So
yeah,
very good today.
3 hits and 13 strikeouts for you guys. So Gabe, it seems like we watched you pitch a couple times this year. It seems like you've always been on the Potters forever. But how did you find your way to the Lincoln Potters?
Basically, I just grew up in El Dorado Hills, so I just always heard about you guys, and I hit you guys up through Instagram, and I just wanted to play last year. Unfortunately, I had to go up to Canada, which was a great experience. But this year I came back, DM'd you guys. You guys gave me the opportunity. I can't thank you guys enough, so I'm glad to be here.
Well, if you can't be in Lincoln, I guess Canada is a pretty good place to be.
I'd rather be in Lincoln.
Very
It's
nice. Now, I saw early that you committed to Loyola Marymount. Is that a nice feeling for you to have that settled as you go into the summer season?
Yeah. It's been a grind this spring semester, just trying to work on my stuff, get better, stay on the grind, and I'm very grateful to have this opportunity at Loyola. It's going to be a great season next year, and we're going to go get them. I'm really, really excited for the opportunity.
Gabe, thanks for joining us. One more thing. I wanted to tell us a little bit about your interactions with a guy who's one of our favorites up here, your pitching coach, Brock Raggets.
He's a great dude. He's great. He teaches us a lot. He's a really, really good dude. Yep, we really, really enjoy him.
All right, Gabe Maya, thank you so much, player of the game. Great job out there. We look forward to seeing you as the season winds out for the Potters. Well done. Gabe Maya is our peak player of the game. We thank you for joining us. We'll be back with more postgame after this on the Stones Radio Networks.
Astro Air Design Incorporated, where you feel the difference. We are a locally owned and operated heating, air conditioning, and custom sheet metal company committed to the highest quality of craftsmanship at a competitive price. Our trained and certified technicians have the knowledge and experience required to install, maintain, or repair your home comfort solutions. Our upfront pricing gives you the peace of mind because you know your price is locked in. Call Astro Air Design Incorporated today.
Welcome back into our postgame. I'm joined by my broadcast partner and colleague and sometimes friend, Mr. Stones McCoy. And Stones, as far as this game is concerned, to me, there's one story. I mean, the Potters brought out the bats in the 8th inning, and that was good to see. But it's all about Tonko and our guest, Gabe Maya. What a tremendous pitching performance. 13 strikeouts, just 3 hits allowed.
Absolutely, and I think between the two of them, about 120 pitches thrown to do all that and that good of a number. I mean, it's just excellent. And I did not know that they were best friends. You know, the closest to friends like that. No. So I just every time we come out here, learn something new about these guys. You learn something new about baseball. It's a fun time.
Stones, you learn something new on the Potters postgame.
Yes, you do.
You learn something.
I'm learning right now.
And as we've talked about, we've seen over the past years, you can never have enough pitching.
No.
And if you have a couple of guys like Tonko and like Gabe, who you can, keep around for a while, and they're throwing like that, it's so invaluable. Not only are they pitching well, but that saves innings for other guys.
Oh, absolutely. So a total of 3 pitchers used tonight?
No, just two. Just the 2 of them.
So,
9 innings, 3 hits.
And last night the Potters had to run 4 guys out there. So talking about saving your bullpen, setting yourself up to hit the road again.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the thing is right now the Potters, they got quite a few games coming up on the road, so they're going to need those arms. And all of the teams in the CCL and generally are still building up their rosters.
Exactly.
They're not full strength yet,
Yeah.
so the arms that you have are extremely important right now.
Yeah, so we have a situation tomorrow on the road to Sonoma, 6:05 first pitch on the Mixler and on the radio with Stones McCoy in the call. Okay, so last night they lose the game by 1 run. You worry how they're going to come in mentally today.
Yeah.
Today they get a big win. They get great pitching. Now, how does that turn around? Now they're going back to Sonoma off the heels of a big win. So how do you see that playing out mentally for the Potters?
I actually think they are going to get a jolt in the arm because the game that they gave away last night was not a giveaway game. They got beat by a hit that really was in no man's land. So up until that point, they were right in that game. So I think this tonight, putting up 16 runs against these same guys that they struggled to break the tie with last night, I think it gives a good shot in the arm to go back to Sonoma.
Well, thank you, Stones. Join Stones tomorrow, 6:05. First pitch from Sonoma as the Potters take on the Stompers. We thank you for checking us out today. Our final again, Lincoln Potters 16, Sonoma Stompers 1. For Mark the Phantom Low and for Stones McCoy, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time, hopefully tomorrow, on the Stones Radio Network.
That is so 1940s.